Hello and welcome back to episode 2. Where are we? Oh yeah, here. Well, it's strange that we don't have a map. I mean, I guess it's not like the biggest area ever, but this thing. Well, I guess we just have to go explore and talk to as many people as possible. Will you? We'll scroll. Reading mode. The myth of the Golden Rule by Olof the Younger. As per our custom, I shall begin by paying my respects to the god responsible for this city. For our continued prosperity and tranquil seclusion, he deserves our admiration. But here I must depart from our custom, for his attempt at imposing strict rule upon us is oppressive and overreaching and deserving of our contempt. Who among us has not awoken at night in a cold sweat, fearing some sort of accidental transgression of the Golden Rule? All of us must accept that we are all capable of error, whether from a momentary lapse in judgment or conscious decision based on faulty reasoning. I mean, that is kind of true. Yet the great threat, the sword of Damocles, that we live under is, I believe, merely a deception. And I shall prove it to you. Let me begin by dismissing the counter-arguments. First, it may be argued that the inscriptions stating the many shall suffer for the sins of the one is evidence that the Golden Rule is very real. But that is logically unsound.
You just love springtime?
For we cannot assume the writers knew any more than we did. This message that was inscribed does not make it true any more than if I were to inscribe Olof the Younger is a god. I guess that is also true. Second, it may be argued that the statues in this place are evidence that the Golden Rule is real. Yeah, like I was gonna mention that, we have the statues. You need not remind me of that. It was I who discovered them all around this city. It was I who collected them, placed them in a handcart, and placed them in the niches in which they sit today. Oh really? I will not soon forget them, and yet I refuse to leap to the conclusion that they were once real people. There is simply no evidence to support that conclusion. When you read the story of Venus bringing Pygmalion's sculpture Galatea to life, you do not believe it is true. Why should we take a different view here? These are very interesting arguments, but ultimately these arguments are just that. The years of living in fear, there's only one way for me to prove that the Golden Rule is a falsehood. That is true action. Friends, I apologize in advance for this, but one day you will see this moment as a turning point in our city's history. To see once and for all if the Golden Rule is real as I strike one of you with my fist. Take on him. I mean, who wrote this? It could be this guy. We don't know. Nothing. statue size? Really? That's what that meant. If that is true, that should mean that you should be able to like commit crimes outside of the statue's visual range, if that is what it means. Maybe. Like, this is so interesting. What's that? Golden butterflies? Can we interact with this? No. Oh, what's this? Graffiti, translate. Alpes lost Sentia. Corrected to Alpes killed Sentia. Huh. No, who's that? Isn't that the first guy that we met? Oh, yeah, Galerius.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
What's your story?
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
Time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and 2 little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill from there. I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. It still burns whenever I think about it.
You know, like one theory that I'm having is that this is actually like the afterlife, and everybody here is dead. And this is like Tartarus. I mean, that's just a theory of mine, but it kind of feels that way.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before.
I mean, he said he survived, but
in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them, and those of us who survived, they enslaved. So then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways, Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. Never seen anything
so
like
this is the same incident
human beings acting like cattle.
as the other
got
character was
swept
talking
up
about.
with them somehow, and rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river.
And there with the river
Stumbled
again.
across this place and I started my life over again.
Or what is this called, that river in mythology? River... River Styx, I think? Like the river of the dead or whatever. And like, when we started out, I spoke to that woman, like in modern times. Like, hadn't she just saved us from something? And we were next to a river, I think. I think we are like all dead. And this is just our afterlife.
That's what I thought too, for
Really?
a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course.
Of course.
He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. And I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting. And he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Forget I said that last part, will you? I get carried away sometimes.
I mean, this place, like, it really doesn't seem like a paradise, does it? Are we gonna tell him? Sure.
Thanks, friend. I knew I liked you. Anyway, that's enough of me rambling. Was there something else you wanted to talk about?
You know our way out of here. I mean, you seemingly you can ask like anybody this question, but I don't think anybody have any answer for this. I think that is like a waste of time. What do you think about the golden rule? That is like a more important question.
Oh, I don't give it much thought these days.
Really?
I mean, everybody here's got their own view about what we need to do to survive. But I say, let's spend less time arguing about what it means to be good and just get on with it, you know?
Sure. What do you think about the election?
I can't see how I could vote for either candidate. I don't like Sentius much, but Malleolus is almost as bad. Even I could do a better job. Me, a farmer. And I've never given a speech or put on a
I mean,
toga
you
in
are
my
kind of
life.
the third candidate. Never thought about running for magistrate yourself.
I bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it. But from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up.
Really?
Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad
push
thing.
that.
I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected, he'll release Dooley from his cell. That's good enough for me. Because Sentius put him there. Poor Dooley was just wandering around looking for some imaginary treasure. Now a magistrate accused him of being a thief. That's nonsense, of course. Dooley's the most harmless man you'll ever meet. But Sentius really has it in for him, for some reason.
Mm-hmm.
Gladly. All right. See you around.
I don't know if we got anything from that, really. And who was that walked past us? Oh. Look at this. What? Something here. Model. Garum, fermented fish sauce used as a condiment. It gives off a faint salty aroma. Uh-huh. Like, where the hell are we now? Like some cave. flak. Archaeologist's insight. The many shall suffer for the sins of the one. Another fish bottle. Cavalry helmet. An ancient Roman cavalry helmet with a closed face mask and plume made of dyed horsehair. Oh, what is this chest? Denarius steel. No, I don't want to steal like a. There's nobody around. There's no statues around even. Oh, well, there's one.
Cerberus lifts his
Livia.
triple head and lets out his threefold braying.
Really?
Livia, would you stop muttering like Medea over a cauldron? You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come.
What's your story?
The bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their
what
previous
she's saying right now
lives.
gives credits to my theory that this is the afterlife for sure. I'm sorry, I have no idea what that means. I mean, I kinda do, I think. I think I do know what that means. But let's say that we don't. Let's see if she gives us anything more.
They never do.
No, she didn't. What do you think about the golden rule?
The bloodless shadows. This is their punishment. Help me. You cannot help me. I have seen things. A pattern, a terrible pattern. It is better for you if you remain ignorant. Pandora's box must stay closed. I'll say no more.
Lord, Livia is acting strangely. Do you know any way out of here?
There is only a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees. It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Well, two people here. Three, a bunch of people.
Handsome.
Really?
Ah, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
Well, I am an archaeologist. You are as charming as you are beautiful. Stop it now, please go on. Well, let's hit on her.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
I don't know about that.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's
Really?
just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So, what brings you to my tavern?
Well, what's your story?
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
Do you know any way out of here?
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
Escape from the city. That's cute, but seriously, do you know a way out?
Straight to business, huh? I can work with that. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000
Everybody
denarii
wants
to you?
1,000 denarii, and I have 0. Tell me more about what they're buying. Fair way out, but I have to use it yourself. Isn't it kind of unethical to keep all these people trapped in here, knowing there's a way out? But I know this isn't a scam. I don't have that kind of money right now. I mean, this is a sound question.
Simple. It's a one-way trip.
Really?
And I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe. But not now.
How do I know this isn't a scam?
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I?
True.
And I have no interest in doing that. Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again. I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
I don't have that kind of money.
Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money
Really?
to others, on occasion. I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink. Certainly, for 10 denarii.
I don't even have that.
How embarrassing for you.
Yeah, it kinda is. It kinda is.
All right, see ya.
Well, that didn't go well. Not at all. For you.
Name's Rufius. Better watch your step. Can't talk long, got to stay sharp, but family's from Seleucia on Tigris, Babylon province. But I've been roaming a long time now.
Fear is
Even joined the legions, the 6th.
Oh, there's a bunch of people arriving.
Ironclads.
Fortune smile
And up
on you,
here.
brother.
Same way as everyone else.
I mean, through drowning in a river? Because that is what it seems to me.
Because we're all in grave danger. Is it not obvious?
Not really.
If we have to. I'll tell you this much. I hate the fact that my survival depends on the common sense of other people.
That is kind of stupid.
I mean, all these people just bumble along like nothing's wrong. Well, we're one bad decision away from being wiped out. Like the last lot of people who lived here. Seems
The last
like
lot?
I'm the only one ready for what's coming. Whatever that is. And when it hits, it's everyone for themselves. You've been warned. I don't know. But did you ever get the feeling some of these statues are watching us when we're not looking? Like they're waiting for something.
So this is like the second time they're mentioning
I
that.
don't like it.
So, like, this god or whatever it is probably can't see what we're doing through the statues. I think it's right.
Of course I am.
Who are we going to vote for?
Malleolus. Not sure I trust Sentius. Couldn't even protect his daughter in a city without sin.
What happened to her?
How's he going to protect us? No.
Uh-huh.
Whatever.
Right,
What now?
what's your story?
I'm a legionary of the 1st Italica, but there's not a lot of fighting down here. So the magistrate has assigned me other duties. I act as the magistrate's right-hand man, keeping an eye on his daughters. Daughter, I should say. And the others, and making sure they're all behaving. I also keep a register of new arrivals.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Liguria, up north originally. I was doing alright for myself. 12 years into my service. Had a nice girl lined up for when it was all over. Not anymore. She's probably figured I'm long gone and moved on by now. I try not to think about it. My commander sent me to deliver a message to Rome. While I was there, I thought I'd do something nice for my girl, and pick up a little pendant from a silversmith. That's when the crowd started flooding through the streets, shouting fire. People were
This is like the fourth one,
each other.
matching the same incident.
Fugito tried to take advantage of the chaos and pinch my pendant. I remember chasing him through the crowds, down towards the river. And then, nothing. Blacked out and woke up near here. No idea how I ended up floating so far downriver. But I'm fortunate to be alive, I suppose.
I mean, are you really alive? Are you sure about that? Because I'm not.
Ah, don't be. As Seneca the Younger said, difficulty strengthens the mind, as labor does the body. That said, Sentilla's disappearance has been more difficult than I'd care to admit.
What can you tell me about the magistrate?
He's one of the better commanders I've ever had, that's for sure. Good stoic. Lives by Seneca's words. Treat your inferior as you would wish your superior to treat you. Can't ask for much more than that.
Can I see the citizen register?
I don't see why not. Just make sure I get it back by tomorrow.
Oh, look at this. Citizen register Aurelia, class commoner, duty tavern keeper, quarters tavern in slum, knows claims to know a way out. Claudia, class patrician, duty wife of Malleolus, quarters villa. Decius, class commoner, duty merchant, quarters forum. Prometheus, commoner, Malleolus' god. Dudley's commoner, unable to work, imprisoned in a warehouse. Quidia, vessel priestess. We haven't talked to her. Fabia, baker. Galerius, farmer. Georgius, merchant. Hannibal, foreigner, force for scrap. Died in cistern. Radius, god. Kabash, fisherman. And disappeared. Julia, that bondsman to Malleolus. Livia, commoner, hairdresser. Now refuses to work. But that's like the crazy woman. Lucretia, nurse. Malleolus, petition, money lending. Villa, not to be trusted. Evia, physician, looked herself in the palace. Vitervia, cleaning, gardening, villa. Refuse, increasingly agitated. Sentia, pupil. Restricted to villa for her safety. Sentilla, missing. Sentius, magistrate. Alpius, debt bondsman. Virgil, architect.
Of course. Well, as I always say, it's kind of like a divine version of the practice of decimation in the Legion. By threatening to execute 1 in 10 men, the idea is to ensure order and discipline among everyone.
I mean, it's worse than that.
If you knew you could be executed Because your brother-in-arms is planning a mutiny. Well, you'd bloody well watch him like hundred-eyed Argus, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because your only chance of saving yourself is to stop bad things before they happen. Makes us all responsible for keeping each other in check. It's brutal, of course, but effective. The Legion wouldn't be the most formidable force in the world without it.
I'm saying you're in favor of it. Where I'm from, that would be considered collective punishment, which is a war crime. Yeah. I mean, this is kind of the system that they had in the Soviet Union, with all like informants and everything on the citizens.
War crime. Isn't that a contradiction in terms? As Cicero said, in times of war the law falls silent.
Yeah. Wars are very different. I don't think they are that different.
Good. Perhaps we'll make a legionary out of you yet. What's done is done. I was forced to execute my brothers in arms, and those memories will always visit me in my sleep. But life is harsh, and I've come to accept my lot. As with the Golden Rule, I don't have any control over it. So railing against it would be like trying to stop the seasons or the tides. As Seneca the Younger wrote, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears, but to rest satisfied with what we have, which is sufficient. For he that is so wants nothing. If you like.
We're going to vote for.
Not that it's any of your business, but my loyalty is and always will be with Sentius. Unfortunately, I don't think my vote is going to make any difference today. See, Domitius has been going around town, shoring up votes for Malleolus with lies, bribery, and intimidation. The man's a savage, but he's a gladiator, so people fear and respect him more than they should. Sentius knows about it, of course, but he doesn't have the same rat cunning as
So
Malleolus.
intimidation is not
This
against
place will be
the Golden
different
Rule?
with Baxley's at the helm. But I try not to worry about things I can't change.
Can I help?
I appreciate the thought, but you're new here, and I just can't see how you could make an impact in the time between now and the election this afternoon. In any case, if you're interested in the election, go and have a chat with Equitia, the Vestal Priestess. She'll be overseeing proceedings.
Oh, so we can make him drop out of the election. Maybe. I mean, do we even want that? I mean, we don't know if we can trust this one. What he's saying about him. Like, we haven't even talked to him.
Alright,
I don't know, like, who to trust here. Valerius. Odysseus. Isn't this the
Salve.
one with the... I was gonna sell us the... What was it? The potion or whatever.
Ah, back again, I see.
Yeah, the silphium resin.
Very well.
Doesn't have
Another
anything new
time.
to say. Well,
on your best behavior, I trust.
Fortune
I love
smile on
your
you, brother.
clothes. So
so now
exotic.
you're friendly again.
You
Pirouette.
stay away from my money.
Money. Statue. Locked. Brass mirror. Brass has been polished into a rudimentary mirror, which has been used for applying makeup. Small vial containing a rudimentary perfume made from flowers and oil.
Galerius?
Horatius?
Unless you want me to
Looking a
slip
bit
some
troubled
hemlock
there.
into your next drink.
Still no sign of Sentia.
What is up with you? What are you talking about? I'm just looking around
Don't be
here.
too hard on yourself. From what I hear,
Oh, do us all a
nobody saw it
favour and drink
coming.
hemlock,
Anyway,
Captain
I
Murder.
thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about
Wow.
what you can't control.
Yeah, but
Oh, do us all a
Keep
favour and
thinking.
drink hemlock, Captain
what if
Murder.
there is something I can do?
So they can react like that just for looking around.
Waiting to be found.
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax. Get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're
Ixion
right.
turns.
Ixion. Speak with their tongues. That is kind of creepy. What does that mean? They're speaking through all of these people, or all of the statues. That's creepy. Okay, all of this inside. Small wooden model arena, possibly Rona Arena, which was completed in the 1st century and is still in use today. Oops. Where's the chest? Yeah, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna steal.
Galerius?
We're not doing
Horatius?
that.
Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign.
There are like statues everywhere.
I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Thank you.
Don't be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed
Keep
to
the
worry
chest
about
in the shrine
things
of
you can't
Apollo.
control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking. What if there is something I can do?
Oh wow.
What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting
I really wanna steal this, but
Sounds like you're
we
torturing
can't.
yourself. Leave that for the
We
gods.
can't.
Try to relax. Get some
We have a
rest.
statue right here.
Tomorrow's a new day.
Look in this direction. This is so creepy. Look at this.
You're right.
She's looking directly here. That is super creepy. Yes. No, 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 no. Like I'm almost wondering if they turn around the statues. Do they move sometimes? Look at this! That's creepy as shit! That's so creepy! It's like a horror game. Oh my god. I hate these statues. A small household shrine where ancient Romans offered daily prayers for protection. Can we pray here? No. I mean, we're not a Roman even. No. Hobrak. Are you gonna turn around? Oh, I'm gonna freak out if she turns around here. Like an exorcist with a head. Don't do that, please. I'm not gonna touch anything here. This is a super creepy place. Rudimentary bed, inspect. I feel this foul-smelling sleeping mat of somebody living in poverty. Yeah. I mean, this place definitely isn't like a paradise.
Galerius?
Horatius?
You, Sisyphus,
Looking a bit troubled there.
attack or pursue the stone that always returns.
3 weeks.
Don't be too hard on yourself.
Old Sisyphus.
Dear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway, I thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can
Let's
do?
eavesdrop here.
What if she's out there somewhere, suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing yourself.
Who?
Leave that
Like
for the
the
gods.
daughter of
Try to
Silentius?
relax, get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
And, like another thing that I've been thinking about is does this game have like a day-night cycle with the internal in-game time and everything? I hope not, because things like that like stresses me out like nothing else. I hope it doesn't have that, but I'm kind of suspicious that it may have. Training dummy. Theophilus had an orgy with 4 girls here and disappointed all of them equally. Theophilus, that's not even somebody who is here, I think, or like was on the citizen list. Dice Tower. Dead dice towers in Roman times. Like, is that a real thing? Did they have that? No way. It's time the election's on. What? Oh my god, there is like an internal timer. Oh my god. Then having like
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water.
taking all my time in the world here.
You grasp in
Oh my god. Fuck. Oh, that is gonna make this so much more difficult. Wow. Like, seriously? I mean, they said it was right now. I probably have messed everything up now. Wait, can we talk first? No, we can't. It's too late. Fuck. Wait, it's right here? What's that? Oh my god. This was exactly what I was afraid of. Virgin. Also, like, they waiting for everybody. Like, literally everybody. What's that? Stranger.
Citizens, we have a quorate body of voters gathered here to elect the city's magistrate. The candidates are Sextus Sentius Imperiosus and Marcus Malleolus Gurges. As agreed, we shall dispense with ballots and candidates will abstain from voting. Let's make this quick. As I say your name, call your vote. I'll start with you, Horatius.
Sentius, of course.
Georgius,
Malleolus!
Dacius,
You're gonna ask me?
Galerius,
I abstain. I'm just here to observe.
Virgil,
Like, I was gonna
Orpheus,
Malleolus.
try to make Galerius a candidate, but obviously that is too late.
Malleolus. Who else?
Citizens, you
I
have
can't
made
even
your
vote?
decision. Your new magistrate is Marcus Malleolus Gurges.
Hail, Magistrate Malleolus. I said, hail, Magistrate Malleolus. That's more like it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Not everybody's even here, I think.
I am delighted and deeply honored to have been elected your magistrate. And now, I make this solemn promise to you, good citizens.
But I think this is how it was. Like, not everybody had voting rights. It was one of the patricians.
No more shall you walk on eggshells, fearing simply to live
And I guess I'm just a nobody.
The tyrant Sentius told you it was forbidden.
Plebe.
For my first act as magistrate, I hereby announce a day of celebration to mark the end of an era.
What?
The myth of the Golden Rule is no more.
The Golden Rule is real, you idiot.
For his attempt to deceive us all, Sentius is hereby found guilty of treason against the Empire.
Real?
I have committed no crimes. This is madness.
His sentence: to fight for his life in gladiatorial combat against
Come on.
Domitius. Here and now for your entertainment.
You have no idea what you're doing. You're going
To
to
send
get
his
us all
respect
killed.
Malleolus.
I exercise my right as a Vestal priestess to pardon him. I will not allow you to do this.
You're showing your true colors now, priestess. Your corruption sickens me. Domitius, ignore her.
Is this gonna be the end of the game here?
This is insanity. You'll doom us all.
Lies! It is time the Golden Rule was exposed for what it is, a children's fable, exploited
I mean, it
by
could
a
be.
treacherous leader to instill fear in all of us.
This is why
It could be
it's
right,
gladiator
but who
here.
knows?
They've been planning this all along.
Shut up, all of you. The magistrate
I mean,
has
this
spoken.
isn't gonna be a fair fight,
I'm
obviously.
gonna enjoy killing you, old man.
The many shall suffer
Wow.
for the sins of the one.
It is that is, yeah, it was right about that.
Must come and pass away.
What? Follow who? Like, they're hunting me? Yeah, they are shooting. Wow. I mean, this took a turn. What is going on? What the hell is going on? And we got an achievement for something. What? Oh! Are we like reliving the same day over and over? Is it's gonna be? I'll send it back to the shrine and use his portal again. Oh my god.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me who you are and what you were doing in this?
We are reliving in the same fucking day. I'm Olof and we have had this conversation before, yeah.
I don't think so. I've never seen you
This is
before
like
in my life.
The Twilight Zone. My name is Galerius and you're about to offer to take me to see Sentia so you can tell me about the Golden Rule.
Oh, I guess how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you.
So in other words, we have to make Galerius a candidate so that idiot doesn't win the election. That is like the first priority, I think. Because otherwise we're gonna repeat this over and over.
Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Device. Zipline hellbar.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking.
Really?
And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Thanks, I'll be going now.
Alright, see you around.
I mean, this changes everything. So... I mean, now we know that the golden rule is real. But we still have like a way to escape it with a portal. So, like, theoretically, could we just steal something? And that is gonna create this cataclysm again and open a portal. And we could escape to the portal with whatever we stole and get a new chance. Like, do we get to keep the items? And what happens if we die in this game? Where's the thing? Here. Okay. Don't steal anything, don't turn around. Don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. Well, now when we know all of this, and that things are on time here, we have to hurry up and get Galerius elected. That's the only thing that matters right now. Find who.
Fear is proof of a degenerate mind.
Hey, Horatius. How's it feel knowing your man's doomed to lose the election today?
If you're trying to goad me into an argument, it won't work. I'm a stoic.
So we never spoke to this one.
If the old man couldn't even keep his own daughter safe, how can anyone trust him to keep us safe, eh?
Why do I get the feeling you lot had something to do with Sentilla's disappearance?
That's it. Blame everyone but yourself.
If I find out you did something to that poor sweet girl, not even the golden rule is gonna protect you. Got it?
Ha! As if I'll be afraid of you, little man. Malleolus isn't receiving visitors at the moment, it being election day. Her name's Domitius. You want to get to Malleolus, you go through me. Why? Because I am a gladiator. That's why.
But you know we're near an arena.
You want to see me fight? Keep running your mouth, fatuous cunners. Too bad. He's busy. Unless... No. You don't look like you could afford it. I'm glad you asked. See, he's a busy man, and this is an important day. He'll be inside practicing his victory speech for tonight. Left me strict instructions he doesn't want to be disturbed. So if you want to see him, I'll need something valuable.
I don't have anything.
Bribe? That's such an ugly word. What I'm looking for is more of a tribute to me, your soon-to-be patron. Dunno. Something good. Just make it good. I think it's gone on long enough, and Malleolus is going to put an end to it once he's elected.
Yeah, and we know what happens when he does that.
He's going to announce it in his victory speech. Just you wait and see.
So he absolutely can't win.
Because if I tell you, and it gets out, it'll give old man Sentius a chance to interfere in our plans. And we can't have that. Old man Sentius got you already, did he? Well, I'm not talking to people in his faction. Confortuere.
So I wonder if we can talk to Sentia now and like with all the information that we have learned, like be of any use at all. And we can also talk to this woman that we didn't talk to. Is this the princess?
Whatever are you wearing?
I don't know actually.
Oh, I wish Horatius would stop letting barbarians in here. What do you want? I'm Sentia, eldest daughter of the magistrate. But you'd know that if you'd been invited in here and introduced properly. What are you doing in here? And why are you dressed like that?
I'm not from around here.
Really? I'd never have noticed, what with your flawless accent, appropriate attire, and impressive mastery of our customs. Now, remind me, why are we having this conversation?
What do you think about the golden rule?
You know, some people say it's the creation of an all-seeing god who's watching everything we do. But what kind of
seems like it.
Awful, incompetent god would let my sister go missing on his or her watch?
Maybe it's best if you don't go insulting gods, just in case.
Oh, I'd say it to their faces if they had the courage to show themselves. Did you hear that? Curse you, you coward! Where is my sister? What do you have to say for yourself? No response. Nothing. That's what I thought.
Well, at least we know blasphemy doesn't break the golden rule.
I'm telling you, this mysterious god of ours has to be asleep on the job. Either that, or like people are saying, it really is just a children's
No,
fable
it isn't
my father
actually.
was exploiting to frighten us into behaving.
It's definitely real.
Oh, and I suppose I'll just have to take the word of a know-nothing barbarian who just arrived, will I? Ugh, what is it with you people? You heard the rumor that my little sister escaped and figure I must know a way out too. Is that
Wait a minute.
Well, that's just a stupid rumor. We have no idea what happened to Sentia. I wish you mouth breathers would just leave me alone.
The woman in the beginning, like, that helped us, could that be her little sister?
I don't know. Can you? Can you tell me how a person could have disappeared from a city with no exits and no crime? Was she snatched away by the harpies?
When did you last see her?
It was 3 weeks ago. We ate our evening meal together, and I remember she seemed happy. In love. We went into our rooms, I went to sleep, and when I woke up, she was gone. That's it.
She was seeing someone?
I think so, yes. But she was very careful about keeping his identity a secret, even from me.
Like, wait a minute. We saw some graffiti where I think they mentioned her name and somebody, but I don't remember who it was. Where's that?
Because our father had plans to marry her off, eventually, and even a rumor about her attachment to some mystery man might have ruined those plans.
Father didn't mention any of this when I spoke to him. Any idea why?
That doesn't surprise me. To him, it was like a prize cow wandering off from its paddock. He's upset, of course, but he says he's too busy with the election to help look for her. So he's letting Horatius do the heavy lifting. Some good that's done.
It's possible her lover was involved.
I don't know, but it's been 3 weeks since she disappeared, and he hasn't come forward. That might speak to a guilty conscience. All I know is, whoever he is, he's still here in the city.
How would they, like, kill her or whatever and get away with that. What about the golden rule? Sentia, Sentilla, where are your names also similar?
You really aren't from here, are you? All Roman women are named after their fathers. I think it's their way of branding us, like cattle to be sold at market. His family name is Sentius, so I'm Sentia because I'm the eldest. And my little sister is formerly Sentia Minor, but she is affectionately known as Sentilla. Why? Because I'm on this couch and not pacing about the villa, wasting energy. I hope you're not insinuating I'm somehow pleased with her disappearance.
No. Bluff.
Oh, you're awful. Get out of my villa and never speak to me again.
That didn't work. That did not work. Well, we're gonna have to call it here for this episode, but I'm really getting into this game. I love it. It's very interesting. So if you like this, please leave a like and a comment and subscribe if you will. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.